Good morning, friends and neighbors, and welcome back to another exciting day here at Red Rock Firewood. And I have not picked up a camera for a while because it has been incredibly busy here at the Woodyard and hunting season has started. And so now my attentions and loyalties are divided even another way. But real quick, I'm gonna bring you back up to speed. So my tree service guy got in a whole bunch of white oak and red oak, and I just worked like a madman to get it hauled home, and I've just got it scattered out up here in the hayfield. There's a little bit of it that is locust. It's been dead for a while, but most of this up here is oak that is brand new, was alive this summer, just cut down and needs processed. I did put a little more wood in our, well, let's walk over here. So this is our red oak bin. We've got little chunks of white oak in here. And then the next bin back is hedge, and I had some hedge posts that were kind of crooked and I've been having trouble. They just haven't sold. So I decided to turn them into firewood, put them back there. This was my hickory bin and it was about empty. There was some question whether some of it that was in there was not hickory. And so I just moved all that over to our mixed hardwood bin that we'll see here in just a little bit. This is a pile of what I'm reasonably sure is hickory, but because I'm kind of having an issue with positive ID with hickory, I think this is just going to go back in that bin, and that's just going to be next year's mixed hardwood bin. This is all mulberry that I need to transfer up to my house because that's the stuff I'm going to be burning in my fireplace this winter. I've got a little stack of cherry started here. I've got some more cherry to split in a little bit that you'll see. This is the mixed hardwood bin, and if you've been watching, you know that that was rounded way up, and it's starting to get down there, and actually it's going down really fast. I'm a little bit shocked. I've been having a bunch of customers call. I've been making a couple deliveries every week, which isn't probably a lot for some of you, but it's a lot for me. And so I am kind of scrounging around wherever I can to find stuff in the Woodyard in town, the tree service place, that's not rotten, but is dry and ready to go. And that brings us to this pile. They cut down a big cherry tree. Unfortunately, a bunch of it was rotten in the middle and it's dead, but I got this home from the tree service guy. So from where we started back there, all the way up to about right here is cherry. And then up that way is mixed oak, red oak, and white oak. Kind of tried to sort it out a little bit. It didn't work out real great. And then there's a little bit of walnut here that I need to split. Again, all this on my right hand side is oak, and I actually kind of piled some of it up. Some of this I kind of cut into rounds and then even quarter sawed with my chainsaw, or ripped it into fourths, quarters, coming off the trailer, which works really good. It piled it up here. It'll be more condensed to split, but that's been laying there like that for a month or better, and I just haven't had time to get back to it. And then over here, I've got a little bit of what I think was a decorative river birch. Has kind of that papery bark to it. So I've got one load of that stuff there. This is the oak that you guys have seen before. Pizza restaurant. I didn't get a video making the delivery to the pizza restaurant. I'll try and do that on the next one that I do when I go over there. I'm hoping to go over there again soon. I messaged him. He said the wood is burning great. And I've got one load of soft maple over here that I need to process. So unfortunately, just because of time constraints and because I'm still getting into the rhythm of doing YouTube, I was not able to bring you along for all of that. That's just kind of an update. In the last video I put up was splitting some old ash, and I was going into this bin right here, And as you can see, it's empty. So everything that I split and chucked in there is sold. This will be boiler wood stuff. And it's not gonna be on the ground very long. When I get my first call for boiler wood, for big furnace wood for my tree service guy, I will take this stuff and get it off the ground. And then after that, I've got this bin. So I'll be able to take care of him and have some to sell. We had some locust posts that were right here that kind of had been advertised for a long time and nobody bought. And so I cleaned those up, turned them into firewood, put them on the locust stack. This is some ash. I think in one of the last videos I told you that my tree service guy kind of had 2 wood yards, and one of them had a bunch of wood in it that had been there for a while, and I just needed to sort through it. And kind of same as that other ash deal, it was sort out the good, keep the good, pitch the bad. And so this is some of that. I brought some ash back. It's actually the tree service guy's dad's place. It was piled out there, and they're not going to want to keep wood out there anymore. And so I needed to kind of get through that. And so the pressure of that was another reason why I didn't pick up the camera. Filming makes things take just a little bit longer. So started splitting through that ash. This is the good, and then the boiler wood, kind of B-level wood, is over here. I may burn some of that stuff's good enough. I probably burn it in my house. It's small enough. And then I've got, this is mostly ash. There's some other stuff back there that's not ash. I'm not sure what it is, but it's going to work okay. I've got a customer with a roadside stand that has just been buying crazy amounts of wood from me as we get here. He's bought a load every week for this will be the 3rd weekend in a row. He's wanted a load of wood. So since this stuff is already dry and he's been getting ash, he likes it. He likes the straight stuff that fits neatly into the little cubby holes on his wood stand. I am just gonna go ahead and split this stuff. We're gonna chainsaw it up first and then split it, and I'm just gonna toss it right in the back of the truck. He wants it stacked in the truck because that makes a half of a cord or real close to it. And we are not gonna be using the Oregon 2500 today because we have a new toy. On Marketplace yesterday, I found a Rugged Made, I think it's a 28-ton splitter. It's got the log lift. It's got a nice catch pan. It is a push-through splitter as opposed to the moving wedge splitter that I have over here. I think it's going to be a level up. It is not exactly what I wanted. I was really looking at some of the Wolf Ridge from up in Wisconsin, and I really like those, and I was getting ready to pull the trigger on that. They're around, I think around $6 grand for one of those. The Kinetics from out east, the super splits, I think are around $4, and then a little bit more for shipping. And I picked up this guy for $2,800, and it was just a 45-minute drive from my house. And so it's got the log lift. The cycle time is a little bit slower than what I'd like, but really that's the only thing it doesn't have that I wanted. And looking online, Dude Ranch DIY and a couple other places, it looks like there's a way that you can put a auto cycle valve on this splitter so you can get that fully extended, fully return with one move of the hand. So that's probably something we'll look into this winter, and if I do, I'll bring you along and show you how that process goes. We're at 8 minutes, so I think I'm just gonna let this be a kind of catch up, fill you in on the crazy stuff that I've been doing video. And in the next video, we will pick it up with cutting this pile of mostly ash, some unidentified wood, splitting it on the Rugged Made and putting it back into the white firewood chariot over there and delivering it to our friends at Lakeside. So I was planning this video to be an introduction to what's going to be the next video, but we had a lot to talk about. And again, I do apologize. I am learning. I really like YouTube channels where they do the day in the life. I like following along and seeing what people do and how they how they handle their firewood business and all those kinds of interactions. I enjoy that. Sometimes I don't watch the videos the whole way through, but I like to at least check in and follow along in the story. So I try to do, my goal is to do that for you guys. And like I say, just the last couple of weeks, it's just gotten so busy, I was unable to do that. But I think we're in a good spot now, and hopefully I can do that from here. So anyhow, that's kind of catching up. We're at about 10 minutes. We're just gonna let this be a video, probably not with a whole lot of edits, and I'll probably post this next video where I'm getting into this pile right after this. So if you're looking for more Red Rock Firewood content, stick around and you can see it in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know. I'm learning as I go, and one of the ways I want to learn is from you guys. So thanks for being with us. Talk to you again soon. Bye for now.